So what is the biggest skill deficit that you see of Jiu-Jiteros compared to other grappling martial artists? I would argue that it's the inability to hold people down after you achieve a takedown. So I actually don't think it's takedowns. I think, at least in the competitive scene, you're seeing jiu-jitsu practitioners get much more proficient at takedowns. And I think that trend is going to continue, especially as we see more collegiate level wrestlers, high level wrestlers move into jiu-jitsu because they see it as cool or they think there is an opportunity for them there. You're going to see a continual improvement of people's takedown ability. But I don't think the biggest deficit is takedowns. I think the biggest deficit is the ability to hold someone down after the takedown. And I think it's because many times the rule sets in jiu-jitsu do not incentivize people to try to get up from the bottom position. You're not awarded a point, you're not awarded an advantage for getting up out from the bottom position. So oftentimes what happens is someone gets taken down and they are content to stay and play the guard, especially if they know that their opponent has superior wrestling to them, because if they choose to stand back up, well, they're probably going to get taken down and get another 2 points scored against them, and there's no potential win for them there. So they're not going to do it unless they need to, risk something and push the action because they're down by a lot of points. Maybe they need a submission, but you're not going to see the bottom person that gets taken down oftentimes move right back up and try to get out of the bottom position if they've already been scored on. So I think one way to change this is when you are drilling with people in the room. One of the things that I do is I will do a normal sweep and submit drill where the bottom person can win by sweeping or submitting the person that's trying to pass their guard. But I also allow them to stand up as a win condition. So if the bottom person stands up and they get away, they win that drill. So it incentivizes both the person on bottom to actually try to escape, and just as importantly, it incentivizes the top person to learn how to pin and hold someone down that's actually freaking out and trying to get away from them. Think about it this way too, from a self-defense perspective. If you're in a fight with someone on the street and you're trying to control them, what are the chances that they're going to pull guard and start Imanari rolling for leg locks or trying to go into this weird inverted guard or any of the conventional modern guards? Probably zero, unless they're extremely trained. They're going to try to get up off of the ground. And so you as the jiu-jitsu practitioner must be competent in holding someone down who is not trying to engage with your jiu-jitsu. If you've ever rolled with a new guy, a white belt, that does not want to engage, right? Their own ego does not want to let them engage and get submitted, you may find it frustrating to impose your will on them and get them in a position to where you can do what you want because they're constantly disengaging. You have to have a method of dealing with that. You have to be able to get on top of them. You have to be able to impose your will even if they're not trying to engage, because guess what? The average person on the street that does not know jiu-jitsu, they are not going to be trying to engage their jiu-jitsu. If you take them down, they're not going to go into butterfly guard and try to sweep you and play this silly game. They're going to be trying to get up almost all the time. And so you need to be prepared for that and you need to be able to hold somebody down, right? If you get new guys off the street, day one white belts, and your gym allows them to roll with you, and you cannot hold them down, and they're just getting up and away from you, that signals that there's a serious problem with your jiu-jitsu, and you need to address that. So again, I think in our schools, we can have more of these kinds of drills, which incentivizes the top person to work their pinning skills and not let the bottom person get back up, and incentivizes the bottom person to learn, hey, sometimes you need to get up and get away, right? And this is how you do it. On a tournament level, I would like to see, maybe not a point, maybe an advantage, but whatever it may be, some kind of reward for someone who's been taken down to get back up and improve their position. I understand that typically the mindset behind jiu-jitsu rules is that it incentivizes offensive action and offensive success. However, I think the change would really benefit the way that we train our martial art for actually dealing with someone who's not trying to engage, which is going to be most people that don't know jiu-jitsu. So that's my take on it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, and click that notification bell so you guys get notified every time we have new videos out there. If you disagree, be sure to drop a comment. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next time.